what games are you most excited for in the round of 32, and does it contain an upset?
Yeah, it features both. I think it's gonna be a really good game and an upset. I have Arkansas over St. John's. Obviously, I was really low on them in our college basketball March Madness preview, so I'm kind of sticking with that theme. Arkansas showed me a lot during that Kansas game. I feel like Kansas is a really good team, and obviously they have some of the best players in the nation. We're gonna get to Kansas a little bit more. Hunter Dickinson, though, it has been a force. Is the sole reason why I picked Kansas to kind of get to win the Big 12 tournament whenever we did those picks. So obviously Zeke Mayo is a really good player as well. But the fact that Arkansas didn't kind of shy away when they played a really close game against Kansas this past 2 days ago, we'll call it now, and it was just a really good showing from them. I didn't really know all of what to expect, and I think that they can really take it to St. John's. Obviously, St. John's is one of the teams that the 2 seeds that I was a little bit lower on, and then it feels like St. John's and Houston I was a little bit lower on coming into the tournament, and they both killed. Omaha had no chance in that game. There was the trash cans they put them aside, and within 2 minutes into that game, it was terrible for them. But I think that Arkansas is a completely different beast than Omaha, and if there's going to be a 2-10 matchup that I kind of would like to watch out for, it'd probably be Arkansas, kind of maybe taking it to St. John's a little bit.
I'm really interested in that Arkansas pick because I'm not as low on St. John's as you are, but I will say Arkansas had an inbounds play at the very end of the game where they had to call 2 timeouts. I forget which player it was, but he wasn't running across the baseline like he was able to do, and they had
all over him.
Yeah. And just them being able to overcome that moment, and then at the same time just being able to knock down their free throws right after. I thought that did show a lot. Calipari versus Rick Pitino, so hopefully it's some sort of cinema in the round of 32. One thing I wanted to mention was the McNeese versus Purdue. I had Purdue, of course, losing to High Point, and I didn't really have McNeese winning, but I think that this could be a place where we see an upset. I just felt like High Point just didn't have enough to battle how big and physical Purdue was. I think maybe McNeese might be able to do that with what they did to Clemson. I just think that this team could potentially give us an upset, and now we see a 12 seed in the Sweet 16. I think that that's good for March Madness, and I'm taking a look at that game. A couple other games I wanted to throw out to you. Let me know what you think. Drake versus Texas Tech. We'll start with that one.
I really like the way Drake played in the first round, but Texas Tech, I think, is one of those teams that might be a little bit too big and physical for Drake. I would lean. I'm gonna lean Texas Tech. It's a 3-11 matchup, so obviously the lean is obviously going to be with Texas Tech. But I think that Texas Tech gets it done. I don't see Drake making it past them.
I know a lot of people were on Drake, and so that's just one that I'm watching. I don't know if I see an upset there either, but let's go to another matchup. No upsets were involved in this in this region of the bracket. Michigan versus Texas A&M. A lot of people wanted to see Yale versus UC San Diego. They didn't get it. They got Michigan versus Texas A&M. What do you think?
I have Michigan winning this game. I think that Michigan's a really good team. Obviously, they're coming off of just winning the Big Ten championship, and Texas A&M is the whole SEC. It feels like we're starting to see was increasingly more top heavy with teams like Vanderbilt. Texas didn't even make the tournament, at least not the round of 64. So I think that the Texas A&M is a really good team and a really good conference, but I think Michigan can pull it out there.
I side with you as well. I felt like Yale kind of shot them out of the game in a sense too, and I felt like they beat themselves more than Texas A&M beat them. I think this Michigan team is really, really good, especially for a 5 seed. So we'll see how far Michigan goes, but I think they'll win this game against Texas A&M as well.